Hey guys, welcome to the Real Deal video blog. And as you know, I have just recently moved and I have good news. I'm just about finished with everything, unpacking and decorating and getting things cleaned up. I'm just about all settled into a great new apartment. And you'll have to excuse the noise here. There's a little bit of a construction going on outside, but enough about my life. Today I want to talk to you about recovery and service. So a lot of people really struggle with the idea of addiction, and they struggle with it in a couple different ways. For one thing, they struggle to admit that they're an alcoholic or an addict. They often have denial around it, and then once they're able to admit that they're an addict or alcoholic, once they're able to admit that all these consequences and problems they're having are a result of their substance use and that something needs to change, they tend to have some resentment and self-pity around that. After all, no one asked to have the disease of addiction, whether, we don't really know how it works. Maybe you're born with it, maybe it's something that develops in childhood or something like that. It's not totally understood, but no one asked for it. No one wants to be an addict or alcoholic, and if we're considering the disease model, it's something that just sort of happened, and then, once you've got it, there's no cure for it. And I probably don't need to tell you this, but when it comes to addiction and recovery, these feelings of resentment and self-pity, these are not going to do you any favors at all. Addiction is all about accountability and self-improvement, and there's really just no room for self-pity in there. It's only going to hold you back. But there is a flip side to this whole disease of addiction coin. There's a flip side that really can help you to look at things in a different way. If you have the disease of addiction and you got sober, that means that you also have the gift of recovery, and this is a gift that not many people get to receive. Many people struggle with addiction. Many people die of addiction. Many people end up in jail, and they never get that beautiful gift of a new life that you've gotten. So your gift and your experiences, they put you in a unique position to be of service to others. So why be of service? Why bother? Who cares? Well, obviously it's the right thing to do. It's our duty as people to help others, and especially those who are less fortunate than we are, and especially when it comes to addiction, you've got a gift that you really need to be sharing with others who maybe haven't received that gift yet, with those people who are still struggling to get sober. But service is about more than just doing the right thing. Doing the right thing is great, but there's an ulterior motive going on here, and they say recovery is a selfish thing, and here's why. If you want to stay sober, you need to put your own recovery above everything else. Whatever you put before it is probably the second thing that you're going to lose. And believe it or not, service is proven to increase your chances of staying sober. There's a reason that the 12th step of the 12 steps is bringing that gift of recovery to other people. It's safe to say that recovery isn't really complete until you begin to share your gift with others. So working with others and giving back to others, that's what will truly help you stay in this thing long term. So we've established why it's important to be of service to others, but how can you go about doing that? What about the how aspect? There are a lot of ways to be of service, both in and outside of recovery. There are many service opportunities at meetings, from making coffee to chairing groups to helping clean up. You can become a sponsor. You can take meetings into institutions. You can get a job in the recovery field as a counselor or a tech at a recovery center, or even just some kind of volunteer position, helping to plan events, helping to work at events on the weekends. And of course, outside of meetings, there are many other service opportunities as well. And you may not get to work with people who are in recovery and use your special gift, but if you want to give back to the world, there are so many opportunities: volunteering, making donations, simply sharing your story of recovery and inspiration. These are all ways that you can be of service to other people. And so, as you can see, there are really a lot of reasons to be of service and none not to, and there are also a lot of different ways to be of service. So if you're saying to yourself that you just can't be of service to anyone, I think you might be mistaken, because I guarantee that there is some way in your life that you can serve. So what are you waiting for? Go out there and help someone.